Is that cool?
Yeah, you can sit or stand, whichever you prefer. Yeah, I think those go up too, so.
I gotta stand up with DJ. I feel like strip club DJ or something. We already started?
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, what up, man?
What is up, y'all? Oh my God, I know that's a hell of an intro, but if y'all are listening or watching now, you are now tuned into I Don't Know That's Perfect. And if y'all didn't know by now, this is I'm Mario from the Southside, and I am joined by my co-host. I am with Neighborhood Nick.
Neighborhood Nick, man.
And today, obviously, if you haven't noticed or realized who you're listening to, that's Scratching the Mixing, we are with the legendary, Rapid Ric,
Thank y'all.
the
The
Mixtape Mechanic.
dog.
Oh, what's up, man? DJ Rapid Ric the DJ, Mixtape Mechanic. I go by a lot of names.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Man, this is awesome. This is like
Y'all got my favorite drink in this bitch.
yes, sir. Here we go.
Oh yeah, pour up a shot.
These guys.
And we can start with the shot if you want to, but I mean, for those listening, introduce yourself real quick, just for in case there's some reason that people do not realize who you are, and you should know who he is at this point. Let the cameraman know who
what's
you
up,
are,
man?
brother.
Born and raised in Texas. My name is Rapid Ric, the DJ, DJ Rapid Ric. I'm from Del Rio, border town kid. That's why you get the Bucana. Been in Austin since 1999, UT grad. I've played all over 6th Street. You can talk to everybody all over there. Shout out to everyone who's ever been to 6th Street in the past 20 years. You've probably seen me DJ out there. You probably heard me on your radio station from KAZI to the Beat 104.3 to Hot 93.3.
This is Texas history right now.
To Sirius and XM radio, Military radio. Also was Chamillionaire's DJ for a long time. Still am.
And international DJ too, right?
Used to call him Chamillionaire, now he's Cabillionaire.
For real, right? He's on his business,
but
man.
yeah, and that, loyal Austin citizen. Luckily, through the city of Austin, I got March 3rd as a DJ Rapid Ric Day.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank y'all. And then, I'm an ally at Breakthrough, and I just like being here, so I appreciate y'all having me over here, all right?
No doubt.
Thank y'all.
Now, that was a very humble intro because you have worked with just about everybody in Texas. Anybody who's anybody in Texas, you have not only, obviously, Chamillionaire, you have Trey, Bun B, Magno, anybody from Dallas, Houston, Austin.
Shit.
Yes.
And then
Just about everybody at this point.
Yeah, and then, all the Houston guys, man. Shout out to all of them, from all the Swish Owls guys, the Screwed Up Click guys, Trey the Truth. A long time, Chamillionaire, you said it, Slim Thug, Bun B for a long time. Had a little recording studio out there, so through them, got to meet, and through organizations and companies like Scoremore, I got to record people like Big Sean, Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar. They all got to come through, and So yeah, lucky through all that and all those relationships.
So you also do recording engineering then?
Recording engineering, had a studio, for a long time.
You do all the works then.
Yeah, I definitely have leaned in the past 8-9 years more into just the DJing thing. But we definitely, I definitely have a history being on the boards, being in the studio for sure.
Yeah, and you said you're from Del Rio.
Del Rio, bro.
Border town.
Ciudad Acuña. My dad lives in Ciudad Acuña, Mexico. It's a border town, so on the Mexican
other
side. That's we're used to be on both sides. Used to be.
Yeah.
It's a little pain in the ass crossing the border nowadays in 2021, but it used to be a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, what was it like growing up there, bro? Just musically, I'm sure the radio wasn't as hip hop driven out there or whatnot.
Non-existent. Not even the pop radio was non-existent, man. It was there was Spanish music and you got country music, and that's it. That's all you had on the border. Damn. You got those two. So I think for a little bit we had kind of like a little pop rock station, things like that, but not for long. So it was pre-internet, right? So you had to drive to San Antonio to get a decent like hip hop radio station, right? Or to buy hip hop records or to buy CDs or things like that. We did have a Sam Goody or like, music store like that.
Man, I remember Sam
Yeah,
Goody.
but like other than that or BT and MTV, we had to go like out to hear a DJ mix or something like that. So
Okay.
that's what it was like. So, but being on the border, the cool thing back then when it was kind of safer to go to the border, you could kind of like, you had college kids, you had military people would come eat dinner, drink all night, and it would like provide like kind of like a little version of 6th Street, like where I was from, and so you
bar hopping everywhere.
Bar hopping, and I started DJing like a couple of friend of mine's clubs. My buddy Axel, his dad owned a club, family businesses, and so I got a DJ there like at 15. Like in the club, DJing, professional job.
Yeah. So the first things you're mixing, right? Is it hip hop or is it like more of a dance?
Both. It's techno. Anything that's not on the radio. So anything that wasn't country or Spanish was game.
Okay.
So I was just like, techno, we're gonna play that shit too. Outkast, we're gonna play that shit too. Anything that like that the radio didn't provide in our area, that's what we did.
Yeah. What? When did you get into like hip hop and shit? Like, was it at a young age?
All the time. I had a cousin across the street from me named Eddie who had a pair of turntables and listened to Run DMC and stuff like that. Like early, like I was 5 at the time, right? So he graduated '87. So like his whole middle school, high school career, I would just be like, "What do you listen to?"
Yeah.
And like Fat Boys and things like that. And then my older sister worked at the radio station back when there was a time when it played some pop music. So you got to hear some En Vogue and like some light R&B. Things would be like kind of like a rhythmic station, like kind of R&B and like some pop stuff. But that stopped for a while. So I got inspiration from my sister, my cousin, and I guess the movie Juice a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Juice had I like every kid wanted to be a fucking like DJ. It was kind of like when You Got Surf came out.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to fucking dance and pop.
Yeah, it was like that.
Bro,
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. I used to get like plates and act like I was like fucking going crazy. Like I'm Q from Juice, bro. That's crazy that you said that, man.
Yeah, man, big inspiration. And then I think I worked at a young age and then saved up for some turntables at like 15, and then that's it. I was just addicted. I was like, I want to buy another record. And I was like, I want to buy another record. And I would drive all the way to San Antonio and just buy like 5 records. So I could just like, I got new records to mix. I got new records to scratch on, and I'd be so happy. Like totally spend like 5 hours just driving just to
for real, right? Texas
shit.
Big ass.
Yeah, Texas is fucking big, so I would just do that. So
all the records you spun at first, they were just all like vinyl records, and that's
all vinyl. There is some CD players, like this is like late '90s, so there is like some CD players that were kind of okay, but it looked like I don't know, just like you put it like the tray and would come out, you know what I mean, and then it had the buttons on top, but it was funky. Yes, definitely not like today, right?
Way.
So it was just a pain in the ass to use CDs back then. It was all records, and then CDJs got a little bit better, and then they dropped Serato, right, which is what I'm using now. And Serato, like 06, 05,
So what was your first turntable then that you saved up and purchased?
I think I had a Gemini CD player at first, and I was like, this sucks. So I tried to find like someone to dump this off of. I was like, I gotta get rid of this, and then I got some turntables from someone.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Do you remember the first record you bought?
I do. I think it was a Big Pun record.
Okay.
I think it was Still Not a Player.
Oh, man. Okay.
And like, just as equally as like it was weird, I'm thinking about a Chicago Hard House record at the same time. We're into like Chicago Hard House. I think we had a friend of ours would frequently go to Chicago and listen to B96, and like you had like Bad Boy Bill and a bunch of DJs like that. Like their radio station did that, and so we would be like, oh, okay, Hard House too, and Southern Rap, and Outkast, like,
and that's like up tempo shit, right?
Super fast, really hard, 4 on the floor, just.
That's where it all started, though, too, right? In Chicago,
hard shit. Yes,
all that EDM and where the roots all come back to Chicago.
Yes, I think Detroit has a big part to do with that too.
Okay.
Detroit house music, but that area, right? All that shit's really close, just like Houston, and Austin. So
that's dope. So middle school is when you got into actually like DJing, performing.
Like 8th, 9th grade. Like, I think 8th grade I had the CDs, 9th grade I had the turntables. That was like the big elevation, right? It's
Got you.
JV to like varsity DJ. Like okay, I got some shit now. Like,
Okay.
it was cool.
Damn.
Were you like was it like a show that kind of like changed your life that made you be like, okay,
Reassured you.
I want to do this shit like seriously, like just at that young age?
It wasn't no, there wasn't anything live I did at that ever, like until like probably like 2005 or 2006, but it was the mixes. Like you got to remember, right? This is pre-internet.
Yeah. It's all
Mixtapes
live.
ruled. Mixtapes ruled the game. Like DJ Screw mixtapes ruled. There
All
were some
over Texas, all the
mixtapes
South.
like when you go to Louisiana, you got mixtapes. When you go to Miami, you got mixtapes. When you go to Atlanta, you got mixtapes.
yeah.
When you go
Oh,
to
yeah.
everywhere, you'd be like, what's the shit they sell at the flea market? What's the shit they sell at the barbershop? What's the stuff that they got? And that's what I was into, like really weird underground. I think I was into like DJ Rectangle mixtapes, which was a West Coast DJ.
Okay.
And he'd have a bunch of scratches and like intro, and he would have Ice Cube and Warren G drop freestyle. So I would always want to do stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
man, I want to do something like DJ Rectangle, but I'm from Texas.
So
What
is
I
that
do?
how like you got influenced to like this whole scratching and mixing? You kind of did
Yes.
you teach yourself to do all that, or is it like
There was a group like so there was my friend named DJ Soft Scratch. He was scratching. We're like kind of in high school. Then I met my buddy Albert, and then he was scratching too. So just like a bunch of random people who would, hey, I got this crazy ass mixer, but we're in this town of 30,000 people, so we're like, oh
Yeah.
shit, come over after school, and we just fuck with it for like 5 hours, and that's what we would do. And so, so there was a couple of us that could do different things. Some can scratch really good, some can transform. This dude was into techno music. We were kind of into it a little
trying different
bit.
shit
We're
out.
all just kind of like, and then some people would, I was like, oh, I'm not into that. I'm into like putting 12s in my car.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Just
you're
going
just
with
like
it
everyone would
straight.
have, it's high school, right? So you have a
Yeah.
different hobby every fucking 2 weeks or
Yeah.
some shit. I was really into DJing. Like I played like sports in middle school and a little bit in high school, and I was just like, nah, this DJing thing is dope. Like I could do it and I can mix it, and I get it, And so I would invest lots of times just scratching and doing things, weird acapellas on top of weird ass shit, like slow shit down, like
Experimental.
all the time. Oh, when you have Hard House Records and like Big Pun,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
and then like I think at that time like Southside, like Tops Drop was finally dropping, like
Yeah.
the first hip hop Texas, like the first time we ever had that kind of culture,
Yeah.
like ever.
Like
it was also
popularity-wise.
dropping at the same time, like when I was like in 10th, 11th grade. So it was,
Oh.
so it was a pretty unique time to like fuck with all that shit.
So was that the first time that you got like exposed to like the Houston culture as far as music
Yes,
was?
my buddy named Pepe, and he was like a friend of mine's cousin. I could remember the day I listened to Screw Music. It was he brought a SPM CD.
Okay.
Ooh.
And
okay.
in SPM CDs back in the day, the last 2 records would
Yeah.
be fucking Screw. And
Yeah.
you're like,
just beats?
yo,
and
this
whatever.
shit's fucking broken. What's going on? Like, you're like, this is weird. What's going on? Like, always the first time you listen to Screw Music, like, I was like, this is what? And you're
Yeah.
like, no, man, there's like entire mixtapes where it's like this. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Turn me on June 27th, man, it was over, right?
Oh,
or
man.
turn me on at 3 a.m, like, all that, like, you're
Damn.
like, oh, I get it.
That's live.
It's a style.
You gotta like it. You gotta experience the whole 45 minutes, hour. Of
You gotta
that.
listen, you gotta listen to
Exactly.
everything.
Non-stop,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
It's a whole
This
story.
is-
It's a whole story.
Yeah.
Somebody's birthday party.
And like I remember like the DJ Rectangle mixtapes were kind of the same way. Like they were like kind of like, this beat on this acapella, this crazy scratch, this freestyle, like kind of like on the same thing. Not slowed down though,
Okay.
but it was same thing. It was like, hey, I'm putting a mix in your brain that you're gonna remember for a long time, and it's gonna have some scratches, and you're gonna know that I'm dope at this stuff. And that's all I want to do with
Yeah.
like my Whut It Dews or the greatest verses, all those things.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you this: what brought you to Austin, man? So you're from
UT.
Dover. Oh shit.
I went to UT 4 years, 99 and 03, yeah.
Oh, that's Slav as fuck, man.
Yeah, I'm a Longhorn.
Hey,
Straight
all
up,
day,
for real.
every day. All
Like,
day, every day, baby.
For real Longhorn. Like, I got a
Okay.
diploma in my house.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, what did you major in? Just real quick.
I went in as aerospace engineer. I came out as
Oh,
a history
wow.
major.
Fuck.
Because I was just like, I ain't going to get no engineering degree. DJing.
That
I
was my boat, bro.
5
My
nights
boat.
a week. So I tried that first year and be like, I can't do this. And so
Damn.
I switched it up. I was like, I just need a degree. I'm good. I was working at the radio at the time. And so But now I look back, all my engineering buddies making bank right now.
Yeah,
So I was just like, damn, I should have stayed in that engineering college.
Was that your first taste of Austin, just kind of coming here for college, or had you
Yeah,
been...
total culture shock because where I'm from, it's 90% people look like me, man.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I was like, damn, okay, like there's a lot of white people. It's like totally, and you know,
How
like,
Austin?
people of different cultures, just all in general. Like I didn't. You experience that a little bit because Del Rio does have an Air Force base, so it's a pilot training base. So we did get a little bit of culture, but not in the amount like here. Like, oh, I'm a minority here.
Yeah.
Kinda, like, you know. So that was a big culture shock, but it was cool. 6th Street was kind of like eye opening.
Yeah.
For just learn a place I could like kind of grow my skills.
Gotcha.
It was reading crowd and DJing.
Gotcha. So, what kind of were you? Obviously, you were DJing when you went to UT, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were we on 6, or were we just kind of doing like parties, college parties?
I saved up frat, so I think I saved up to do an actual mixtape. So I did saved up to print up some mixtape CDs, hit it up right by the tower.
So what
Right
year is
during
this,
lunch.
just for reference?
1999, man.
Okay.
And I was just handing out mixtapes right there, and I think a frat that day is like, hey, you gave me a mixtape today. We need a DJ for this weekend. What's up?
Oh shit.
Cool. Yeah, I pulled up. Like, we're like, okay, let's go. Where is it? And they're just so happy. And it was an Asian fraternity, and they were just really happy, like, just to have
A
like,
DJ.
a DJ that can actually mix. Like, we heard your mix. We know you're actually good. We didn't know who we were going to get. And so it was supposed to be at 6th and Red River.
Okay.
Right? No,
Okay.
6th and Red River at that corner. That place canceled on them. They said, nah, you can't have your party here. Something like that. Like, and it was kind of like on some like racist thing.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Come on.
no, we didn't know it was an Asian party. Y'all can't have it here.
They realized when they showed up at the last minute.
You're like,
like, wait, you look like
dude,
that?
I'm like, they're hating on y'all because you're Asian? It's like, damn. And then they just walk right next door, and there's this brand new club they just opened up called Spiro's.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Man, that's my team.
The manager was named, this tall dude named Kevin. He was just like, yeah, you can just have upstairs, no problem. And so rocked it upstairs, and you're like, that manager was like, yo, you want to just play here all the time? I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, because no other place on 6th Street was playing hip-hop.
Yeah.
They let me play hip-hop there. I know it sounds weird. Y'all
Yeah.
just like mind blown down, like, because I'm old, like I'm like 39, right? So I'm telling y'all, like, they would really get pissed if you played hip-hop on 6th Street. Like, they'd be like, no, we don't play that. It's like,
That's
So
bullshit.
what would they play on 6th Street then? Like, what was the norm? Like just country rock and
like
shit like that?
wedding shit, right? Like,
Top 40 shit?
yeah, and like it's cool because 6th Street and there's tourists, right? And they just whatever. But there wasn't a place where like, hey man, I would like to pop a bottle and listen to
no
some rap
basement
music,
party
please.
stuff,
Like,
yeah.
like there's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
except that place. Now Spiro's was like, I think brand new at the time. They had like a
R.I.P.
Duke
Spiro's.
Ellington.
R.I.P. man.
They had a Duke Ellington band play there, like grand opening night or something like that. But they were just like a dance music nightclub, but they did have an upstairs, and that's where I got to play all that stuff. And then they did play Latin music on the patio, so it was kind of like on this like mega club first. Like, oh, I can go
They
here,
can do
listen to
everything
this. I
here.
can go over here, listen to that. I can go over here. So it was really cool to play there, like the rest of my college years. Like,
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. And of course you've spent on 6 since. How is it just kind of like 6 versus back then, kind of compared to what it is now? as
Yeah, I
far
bet
as
it's a trip looking back
You know
and
what I'm
seeing how
saying?
it is now versus then.
it's kind of the same
Okay.
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Okay.
It's more people.
Same crowd, the drunk
It's
people.
like just because Austin's grown, right? So like before, you used to only get like from 35 to like Brazos. You know what I'm talking about? Like it
Yeah.
wouldn't even go past Congress. It
Yeah.
would be like to the Driscoll. It'd be from 35 to the Driscoll. And then when the South by started getting bigger and like it seemed like people weren't going home, you're like, all right.
You're just staying.
Yeah, I was like, these South by folks just hanging out here in Austin and just made the city bigger. From then on, then you started getting the East Side. Like before, the East Side was just like
Central.
like straight up like Mexicans, like right, like and so now it kind of still is a little bit, but just more like Mexican American, and then it's just grown, man. Like so now it's like from the whole East Side to like all the way to like pretty much Mopac. Like,
yeah, it's definitely
bars.
changed.
That's dope. That's dope.
And there's like all different. Like it's even like when you go past Congress, it's like you get like the high rise crowd. Like they're not even from Texas most of the time. So it's like okay, so it's just different. So it's really cool to see a lot of young DJs out there just kind of taking the opportunity to just not just play Six, but they play West and they play Domain and they play like.
Is there any
venues.
just like side topic? Any like young DJs that you're like really a fan of?
Oh, there's
that
so
you see?
many, and I don't even want to start listing them, bro. 'Cause I'm like, hey, you didn't shout me out.
Yeah, no, I get
so
you,
many, man. Like everyone I follow on my Instagram and that follows me, like there are just so many.
Yeah.
But geez, like there's like what?
That's
Steezy
awesome, though.
D, man. Like you
Shout
know,
out
Manny
Steezy.
Mo.
Steezy, Manny.
out
Yeah, shout out Manny
CRG,
Mo. That's my brother.
Friends of the show.
Blitz.
Ulavai is a
Ulavai.
legend at this point now too. So
Ulavai's from Del Rio too. He's from
That's
my hometown.
crazy.
He went to my elementary school. He's a couple years younger than me, but he was from the same spot. His parents are from Acuña too, so he's not only just a Del Rioan. He's from Acuña.
Oh,
he's
wow.
From both
That is
sides.
dope.
So yeah, when I covered for him, it was real easy.
Yeah.
I was like, "What we gotta play? What do you play?"
same
after?"
stuff.
He's like your sister's quinceañera. I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's what I love about Mala Vida because it's literally a quinceañera.
I was like, "This is easy, bro. I can definitely kill this stuff." So it's great that stuff, even just norteño, tejano, cumbia music in general, is just
Like
like
popular now
being
back here?
appreciated.
Yes.
Because even that. For a long time, like I don't think until you Levi started DJing that
No,
people
yeah,
would play
for
that
sure,
shit
yeah.
on 6th Street.
And we
No
had
one played that.
had Manny Mo originally on the show like a year or two ago when we first started, and then one of his points was like it took a while because he was one of the first DJs aside from obviously Ulevi that like really like brought the attention to like Bad Bunny and the Latin artists that were starting to pop off before it blew up because it wasn't like acknowledged the way like it is now, you know. So it took a while to take stride on 6th Street.
Oh man, just Bad Bunny by himself,
Yeah.
like, blew up Latin music.
Yeah.
He brought reggaeton back, bro. In the way he brought reggaeton back.
It's like he brought anything in Spanish back.
Yeah.
He brought
Now he's
everything.
doing now he's doing like Japanese music and
He
shit.
is. I saw that. I fuck with Bad Bunny, man.
He goes hard,
I
bro.
fuck with Bad. I don't quite understand everything. You feel me? Like, but I can pick up a few words. It's like I know a few
Man,
of those words.
if you would speak Spanish, you'd be like, oh, you got bars.
Yeah,
Bro, I went to
yeah.
a show.
does.
I went to a show a while back where I think Joaquin was spinning at in Cuatro Gato, I believe, and he was playing Bad Bunny, obviously. And there was like I was waiting in line to go to the bar or whatever. And there's this like group of people that were standing in front of me, and I think they were playing that Bad Bunny song "Si Veo Tu Mamá." It's like a song about like your ex's mom, basically.
Okay.
And like everybody got hype, you know, it's a hype song, whatever. And the people in front of me were like, "What is this? How do people know the words of the song?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "I don't know who this is." They were like trying to like figure out within themselves who the artist was. And I was like, I peeked in and I was like, "This is Bad Bunny." Like I was like shocked. I was like, "This is Bad Bunny." Like, what do you mean? I don't know who Bad Bunny is. Like, what I mean is, I understand the language barrier, you know. So
Yo, Bad Bunny on corridos, yo.
I've heard that, bro. That remix he's done.
Yeah,
I forgot who the artist
yeah.
was, but that song goes hard.
Y'all gotta hit me, man, for real, bro. I be feeling like I be missing out, shit, you know, on shit, bro. Bad Bunny's album with who was it? J Balvin.
Yeah.
That shit was fire, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, like my homie is half Mexican or whatnot, and he fucking every time I'm in his whip, he's fucking playing. He's like, bro, this is that shit
This
right
shit goes
here.
hard.
I'm like, bro. What is he saying? But it sounds hard, like sonically, it's fire as fuck, bro. Like, you know, definitely makes you want to move and shit. But I'm like, bro, if I could understand him, I'd probably be like, you know, like I would with like freestyle or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga killing it. You know what I'm saying?
But the crazy thing is that's how when I started touring with like all these artists, like right, and they're going out of the country.
Yeah.
They don't know our words like that either.
Exactly.
No, they just
But
love the music.
they memorize them and they're just singing like
Don't even know.
oh my god, like and then that was just Texas. Like one time we went to Paris and saw like a Wu-Tang concert.
Oh shit.
And these like French people at a Wu-Tang singing every word.
Yeah.
Like,
They don't
just
speak a
like,
lick of English.
like, and you're like, oh my gosh. And so I think that's kind of what that Bad Bunny effect has done to us
Yeah.
right now. We're like, I don't know.
I mean, it all boils down to
Yeah.
music
Like,
makes you
jam.
move. You know, at the end
Yeah.
of the day, the music is good. It'll make you move. So that's the beautiful part about it. So
Yeah. It's the
So-
first time I've seen it like done to like Americans.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Like, I like this.
So after college, did you stay in Austin? Like,
Yeah.
because the whole time, bro, I thought you were from Austin. Like,
Yes.
just because
Everyone does.
I would see you. Like,
because you
just-
go hard for Austin. On the cool, you do go hard for
like,
Austin.
for real. So you stayed in Austin.
Yes, I always stayed. I'll tell you all the neighborhoods I stayed. So
Okay.
when I moved here, we were like in the dorms, right? So we're at UT, and then I lived off Rumburg for a little bit. I
Hey.
lived right off 5-3, and then Riverside. So I was 4-1 for a long time,
Okay.
and then let's see, and then
I know you were in Dove for a minute too. No.
Oh my gosh, I got a house in Dove, so I was still there, and I'm glad I held on to it. If you got a house in Dove Springs,
Yeah,
hold on to
my
that
parents.
bitch.
I'm in my parents' house right now, so luckily.
Oh, hold on to that bitch.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Dove for a long time, and then when I met my wife, she was north as fuck, like University.
It's
like
a conflict
Georgetown.
nowadays, right? It's a
He
conflict.
said
And you're like-
Georgetown.
I missed
mission.
the South Side. I had to give it up. I had to give up Barton, like Springs, everything.
Greenbelt, everything that came with it.
I'm north as hell. So even like right now, we're in B Caves, right?
Yeah.
So I took the 620 route. That's how
Reminiscent.
northwest I am now.
Damn. Okay. And see, the thing is I'm northwest as well. I'm like Avery Ranch area. So I'm like, I take 620 as well.
Okay.
So I totally get you. Damn, bro. So linking up with Mario, I'm from Rumburg, bro. I'm
Okay.
north side through and through high school.
Dobie Middle
north side.
School?
So funny thing is I'll tell you a quick story. So my older brother went to Dobie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was an athlete or whatnot, and actually got into it with some guys on some like gang shit.
Okay.
My mom ended up sending my brother to Bailey out south middle school, and with my dad. My dad lived out south, but me, I stayed up north, and I went to like Westview,
Okay.
off of Palmer and shit. And then I went to,
Pflugerville ISD.
exactly,
yes.
Conley off of 35. So
Yeah.
north side, bro. And then I lived in Round Rock for a good minute. So I know how it is, man. Having to fucking hit highways or hit tollways everywhere you fucking go.
I'm not from Austin.
Yeah.
You probably went to middle school with my brother-in-law and
Okay.
my sister-in-law.
Okay.
And I think my mother-in-law worked like probably as like, geez, what they call it? ISS room.
Oh.
She was ISS lady.
The
Oh,
inside
my
school
goodness.
suspension.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, like even though I'm not from Austin, I was like, I know what
Yeah.
school you went to. You know this dude. Like
You're well established here at this point.
yeah, but like, cause I guess back in the day, Austin was still kind of small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when I grew up and people were like, all this California money came in, they were just like still connected with the
Yeah,
old
because back
Austin
then it was
people.
all like big East Side families that were like they were just when the gentrification comes, they migrate and move side to side. But at the end of the day, it all like roots back to a certain side of the town, and that's how it is,
Yes, East Side for sure. Like got
Everybody's
roots.
family roots back all the way to the East Side. At
East
the end of the
side.
day,
seriously,
like
seriously. I have family that stay over by the Millennium, bro. Like,
Damn.
Yeah, we had a family house over there for the longest, and my uncles ended up selling the shit to some college
Okay.
kids or some shit, or it got knocked down and rebuilt. But gentrification is real, bro.
We had a studio before I had the Dove place. We had a studio for a long time on 16th and Chestnut, bro.
Oh man.
So we had the studio. That's where all the Charlie Boys, all the Versatile Childs were the first two were recorded there.
damn.
There's like a lot of things that came out of East Austin for
Yeah.
sure. When we're recording out there, man.
That's live as fuck, bro.
So I guess going off of that, yeah. You like went to school. You stayed here in Austin.
Yeah.
Who was, I guess, the first like big Texas artist that you kind of linked up with and like kind of like kicked? I guess.
I started local. I started with Austin artists, right? So like, who was rapping back then? Cool Whip was like on the
Man,
radio back
you heard that
then.
name.
Nook, Bavu Blakes,
Yeah.
Southbound. Those two like
Yes.
young
Like, that's
twins
what I
from
like,
South-
Not to cut you off, but like one of like the way that I got turned on to like Austin scene that I found out there was Austin scene, Jay Capone. And I'm sure
Yes.
you're familiar with Jay Capone.
and that's East Austin
Yeah.
is own like and then what Flow Mob too, right? We're going back.
But you have like Basswood Lane and everybody like
Oh,
all that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And so so the plug for all the Austin rappers for me was Babu Blakes.
Yeah.
Babu Blakes showed me like games.
Teacher
like,
now.
Yes, and I was a teacher with them too. So
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah. So he turned me on to everything. He's like, because I guess he was writing. He was also a rapper and he was a writer and he was
Yeah.
writing about all the Austin rap
He
artists.
has a children's book now, right, with his son.
His
I
son
think.
wrote the book, bro.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we can get in the whole show just on Babu.
That's live.
Yeah, but he plugged me up with all the Austin rappers, like anyone who's just kind of doing
Yeah.
something. I think I was just doing these mixtapes called Austin Powers, and I just had like little kind of like rap mixes with like Austin, like kind of like Rectangle, DJ Rectangle, like it was Ice Cube. I had like little Austin rappers rapping on there. Doc Holliday was on that.
Ooh,
thing.
a major throwback.
Holiday, man.
Yeah, man. So like I got plugged in. Basswood Lane was just killing it. I think on number 2, then it's expanded. Then it started being like, I got like Chingo Blink.
You got Outside of the City.
I got like a Chamillionaire like one, and then DJ Sense, like Dollars and Cents. He plugged me in.
Dollars and Cents.
He had a store on the east side.
Yeah.
Like that was originally the top dollar store.
Off of the airport, right?
Cesar Chavez.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And
Right before Pleasant Valley.
Yeah.
And I'm burping.
Bucanas. No, I'm playing.
It's mineral water.
Mineral water, right? So he had the store there, and he hooked me up with Chamillionaire and a couple other people. I think Doc Holliday and like they all had a show, like the Set for Life clique, right?
Yeah.
They had a show for Trey the Truth album release party. Everyone was there. Paul Wall, Chamillionaire, all these people were there. I went to sell, like, just to have a little, like, post-up shop. Here's my mixtape, sell it, the DJ mixtape. I met all of them there. They all said, yes, I'll rap on your next thing. Chamillionaire said, yes, I'll do a mixtape for you. That next mixtape was Whut It Dew 1.
Man.
And it was right when he got, like, it was a year later after he got a deal. But I just started building a relationship with local rappers and the Houston rappers. And then the Houston rappers took off.
Yeah.
Because I think 2 years after that, Still Tippin' came out. And
Oh,
that shit was
so it was
just
like right before the perfect storm.
So it was
whose idea was it for Whut It Dew? Like, who came up? Was that all you or?
It was. I saw
I know
the
it
shirt.
was through Top Dollar, right?
Yeah.
Carlos had the shirt, and I was like, "That's dope. Like, that's tight." Like, I had Austin Powers, and it was kind of like from the movie thing, right? And then I was like, "Whut It Dew? That's perfect. It's all Texas. All these dudes from Texas. It looks like." It's like Mountain Dew from
meant to
Texas.
be.
This is all we say.
Yeah.
Why not? Like, and then sure enough, and everyone just loved it. Everyone loved the shirt. Rappers wore like, "Oh, give me a couple of those shirts." Like, they just loved it. It was great. Like, cross promotion. It was like the beginning of the photo internet too, right?
Where
So
you
like,
use a different.
oh, I
brand.
saw this shirt in the blog. That's dope. What is it? Like,
Yeah.
And so it was just great for Top Dollar, and it was great for me because it was just, like those mixtapes took off, and the shirts took off, and it was great for just. You know,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I've always wanted a Whut It Dew shirt, right?
That's one that I regret not getting because I always had
my
those
goodness,
Springs
bro.
one and shit. You know, I never got the Whut It Dew one.
don't worry.
It was members of a D3, bro, Dirty Third, man.
Yes.
And I want to say it was the Rhino, bro, that had a Whut It Dew shirt on at a Jump On It event one year, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, this is live as fuck because it's like it's catering to our slang. This is Texas slang, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I really hate I didn't get a shirt, man. I really hate that shit,
the shirts
bro.
are gonna be re-released actually.
Oh.
So the Top Dollar, like the original, like all is gonna come back, and other items. I think it's gonna be like lighters, a whole deal.
Oh shit!
I'm excited for this shit. Hey, I'm excited for
I'm
this.
copying, bro.
Yeah.
The Rhino's got a birthday coming up.
Yeah, we're doing that show.
Yeah,
This is
we're-
Texas Part 5.
Yeah.
We're there.
amazing.
Flamingo
Hopefully
Cantina,
you'll be
man.
there. We chop it up there,
Come
but
on, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Shot time?
Shot time, bro.
Would you? I know this is
Yes,
not.
pull me
This
up.
is out of our norm, but shit. Would you like to show the listeners and viewers your shit, your talent?
Why they call
Watch
you
you
the
get
Mixtape
down? Yeah, the
Mechanic,
Mixtape
bro.
Mechanic.
I'll tell you before as you get set up real quick. I'll tell a quick story, bro, about how I've like grew up on you, right? So 05, 06, get your weight up, bro. That get your weight up. Was
Yes,
like,
I remember. I love it.
I was just listening to that
bro.
earlier today.
That was like the fucking soundtrack to our football team. So I went to Conley.
The whole mix, right?
Bro, that fucking we used to play
That's
DSR
good.
shit. You know what I'm saying? We used to play DSR mixtapes, DJ Yellow Boy, and you know whatever we could find, anything that was on some freestyle shit. You know that's what got us hype in our locker room, bro. So I would remember hearing fucking the drop Rapid Ric. You know what I'm saying? I would hear that shit, bro, and like you introduced me to Magno, and we'll talk talk about all that shit. But like, bro. Yeah, man.
This is history. This is history,
For real,
guys.
bro. Toast that shit up.
Cheers. Just scratch a little bit on this beat. Yeah.
Okay.
I can scratch a little bit.
Okay.
Shout out to all the real like turntablists out there. We have a lot in Austin. Buck Rogers would murder me on the turntables.
Shit.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Dopez. We have knickknacks, so many out here. But yeah, man, mixtapes was always my passion. I like this is a beat I made too, so I got into production a little bit after that.
Oh shit.
Dropped the album.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna drop another one too after this. We re-released this Whut It Dew stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
The Whut It Dew's making a comeback then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like almost on this like nostalgic vintage thing.
Yeah.
It got wild. I remember we did a Chamillionaire show like 2011, 2012. And the guy in China had a Whut It Dew shirt. He's like, this is the original.
Ooh.
Throwback.
He was like all posing to me. I was like, that is dope, man. How'd you get over here, communist country? I was like, really? So I had to go to LA and buy it. And so it was like kind of, but yeah, man.
Yo, so you talk about mixtapes, bro. Of course, we're in the day and age of the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about just like, because of course mixtapes didn't go away, right? Like, but the same effect that it had on people, whether it was you going hand to hand with somebody or you fucking, hearing some compilation tape. How do you feel about just like kind of mixtapes like fading into the
Well, like
internet
when's the
area?
last time you listened to like
A mixtape?
Little one, just like a
Or
mix.
just a mix? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like I fuck with K Tronada, bro.
Okay.
So anytime he drops any type of mixes, I listen to it. Like off the top of my head, bro.
Talk cool.
Fucking like,
fuck with Talk Cool.
yeah. Trippy Turtle. I don't know if you ever heard of Trippy Turtle.
Okay.
I fuck with Trippy Turtle. I like Dan shit too, bro. So
Okay.
like, anything on that,
On that
aspect,
vibe.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do you think mixtapes have no place in music today?
I think the average person has less access to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I think
'Cause
you
it was
would
before-
reach more the average person who'd go to Walmart or the average Joe from the physical, for me, than catching them on the digital. On like for mixes, right? If I was doing a Spotify playlist is the new mixtape. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like there's different podcasts of the new where people talk shit now, or
Yeah.
it's like, so it's like different platforms for kind of doing the same thing. So I think it's just kind of been like, where we got like SoundCloud, Mixcloud, where you can kind of upload those things, YouTube a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's all weird because like the online pirating protection is on so
Yeah.
deep, yo. So it's like
super
even like
strict.
Twitch, like how long is that gonna last before they
Yeah.
yank those like
Yeah.
mixes too?
Yeah.
So it's like that is always kind of weird and protected. But I still love doing mixtapes. Like I do it custom for like people who like want like a project or something like that. I also am slowly working on a couple one. There's one mixtape I did called Hood Rock where I got like all these rap acapellas.
I was a big fan of that. It was you and
Yes.
who'd
Me
you-
and my boy DJ Calbert.
Yeah,
we
the
did
first
that.
one y'all dropped, that was on when I was in high school. That was like 11th grade, I think, or 12th grade. 2011, 2012, and that was nonstop on repeat. Like that was a huge fan of that.
So that was on Mixcloud, where I would mix. So like it's like I'd like to drop more if I knew there was a platform where they get streamed more.
Yeah.
Like even Mixcloud is good, but it's like the traffic isn't
not
as
as
big.
known. Yeah,
Like I wish it was just like I wish I could just drop it on YouTube and they wouldn't get you pulled.
yeah.
That's what I really wish, but it gets yanked, right? So it's just hard to deliver those mixtapes. Like even now, like if I wanted to, when I give you a CD, like
Yeah.
how would you listen to it? Like
Give him a
USB
drive or
drive.
some
Yeah.
shit.
So I don't know. I do want to like when all this Whut It Dew stuff's coming back. There is this like really cool. There's this like Instagram like Kickstarter company I follow called Mixtape. It's called MIX with 2 X's Mixtape,
Okay.
and it's like its own like player. So it looks like a cassette tape, but it's got a screen on it, and so you can upload your files on it, and it's like a independent player.
Oh shit.
So like you can just like hook it up USB-C or hook up your headphones to it or just Bluetooth to wherever you're at. But like that
Oh, wow.
tape
Yeah.
would probably have all my mixes to it. Like it's still in Kickstarter
That's
mode.
live.
But
That's
if that
live.
dude pulls it, I was like, dude, I need about 100 of them.
Yeah.
I'm dropping it to my biggest like Rapid Ric fans, and I know they'd love it. But that's my plan. Like the only way I could be like where it would be physical, but kind of like a novelty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I'd love to hear like how other people are getting like mixes out, because it's like Mixcloud's cool, but I do not know another platform where like
Yeah.
a lot of people listen
It's
to it.
all so many legalities that come to it with it now. So
Yeah. So just staying on mixtapes, bro. Let me ask you this: how hard was it to kind of just comprise all the tracks? Because, bro, like you would have like fucking 2 discs, 3 discs, 42 tracks. Like how? Like as a person, I don't want to say too much, but I'm actually putting together a project myself, like a compilation, if you will, of Austin artists. And just like these are handpicked tracks by you, just kind of like your just over the years of all your mixtapes. Are these handpicked?
Yeah, like when you said when I was dropping the mixtapes
Yeah.
for the handpicks, yeah, they were just. So at the time, I was probably like a radio job, right? So I was getting records before other people. I was getting records before the general population. That's not the case anymore, right? Like now the general population gets it is just as quick as the DJ. So it's like sometimes when I'm DJing now, the people asking requests might be more of an expert than I would be. So like nowadays I see some DJs like, oh, I don't take requests. Like that's okay, but like there's so much shit out there now, and there's so many people that have access to shit way quicker than we do. Like, how would you not listen?
Yeah.
Not just say, okay, I'll play it, but like, how would you not at least note it down or Shazam it or take note of it? Like, to me, I just think there's so much more useful knowledge. But anyway, back in the day, I would get access to all those records first, right? And so I would just like when I'm getting like in the mix, I'll be like, okay, I'll normally start like a really cool beat with the intro, and I'll like scratch and drop my name, and then I would layer it, right? Like, so I wouldn't do it live. I would just kind of like lay it on top, like lay the tracks on top. And then just start like, then I would do like a live mix for a good like 30 minutes, and then edit like the bad parts, clean up the scratches, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna just leave this beat because to me it sounds like a rapper needs a rap right there. No, someone just leave a 16 right there, and then go find some Austin rappers. Like, hey, y'all want to rap? Y'all got something, a project you want to like promote on this thing? Then they would, and then it'd be like later like Slim Thug or like a Bun B or something like that, and then just kind of grew to that.
Yeah.
And I was just really, and then the cool thing is like being on the radio, especially like Hot 93 days, we were able to influence. Like I had a mixtape show late at night too, so I was able to play records that you wouldn't like. A regular DJ couldn't play throughout the day. So I had a little bit of influence on, hey, I can play a single.
Exclusive type of shit.
Yeah, but give me a freestyle and then give me a drop for my radio station kind of deal, and then it would all be cool. Right? Okay. So just being able to like notice that and network and kind of get those things done. And then watching other DJs, like DJ Corrupt would do that all the time. Other like Austin DJs, just learn from them on how to grow and just network and be like, all right, I got a mixtape going. Yeah. Want to have a studio, want to have a, like, because even now, like, just you can't just DJ. You got to do other things. So I was always trying to do more and find something else and, you know, grow from there.
Did you ever intern for anybody?
I interned for Boy Loco, Beat 104.3, and then DJ Southpaw, KZI, R.I.P. DJ Southpaw. But I was an official intern at Beat 104.3 for Boy Loco while I was at UT.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was live.
Like, it was an internship class, so yes.
That is live as shit. Do you, out of just everything that you've dropped mixtape-wise, do you have a favorite, bro? Like, do you have one that just kind of just, like...
A favorite project?
Yeah, project-wise. Like...
No.
No?
Because there's different moods.
Yeah.
So there's, like the Get Your Weight Up is, like, when you're angry, right? When you're, like, pissed.
Goodness.
I did a mixtape because I was, like, angry at another DJ or something like that. Like, I remember I did that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to do a mixtape dissing them, but I don't want to put their name on it.
Yeah.
So, Get Your Weight Up. That's what I just do.
Like, catch up to us.
So that's what that was. So, yeah, there's, like, different emotions because this is my 20s, right? Yeah. And I was just a young kid just wilding out. So all those were different ones. Like, the Zero that me and LL did, I thought was pretty fun.
The greatest verses?
Yes. That was really, like, that's another one, too.
Okay.
You can just, like, let play the whole time.
Yeah, it's definitely a classic right there.
What was we running in here? What were you playing before you came in?
It was the, what was it?
I just heard the drop. I was like, oh man, this shit.
I think it was the first Whut It Dew.
The first Whut It Dew.
Yeah, because you said that was the first one you did with Chamillionaire, right?
Yeah, and that one had a bunch of because I think at that time Still Tippin' already dropped. There's a lot of like new Texas artists on there. DSR was on the rise.
Oh, man.
Charlie Boy was like trying to kill every freestyle just to like.
As he did. He just every single time.
He'd be like, I'm just as hard as all these dudes. Let me
Yeah.
kill everything. So
Yeah.
that was all that contributed to those Whut It Dew successes, right?
Is there any, I guess, like kind of like similar to his question, is there any like favorite projects that you did with any specific artists? Because like we mentioned earlier, you've worked with just about everybody who was at their peak.
Yeah, man. There's like they're all really good, right? So even just like working with like some regional artists, like there's some just like I remember Flatline from Corpus. We did a couple of things from him a long time ago, and the Chamillionaire ones were always the Mixtape Mechanic ones.
I think one of my favorite ones too that I also like, because like I said, the first time I got introduced to Austin music was a mixtape by you, but it had Jacob Pone, Basswood Lane, and I've been digging through my stuff trying to remember which one it was.
Austin Powers too.
Probably it has to be that one. But one of my personal favorites is
$.
the Concealed Weapons. Which one did you do? The 3 or 2?
Yeah,
That the League of Extraordinary G's, and that was dope.
those guys are amazing.
Yeah.
After the Relay, 2K6.
That's another one.
Classic shit, bro. Classic shit. The thing is like I said, that for us for me to get those tapes, like I'm not gonna lie, it was on some some LimeWire shit or something
No,
back
that's
then.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know the music.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like I'm glad I got introduced to you because like I was telling you displayed artists that like we never heard of in Austin or like we weren't too familiar with in Austin. Like I said, like Magno was one of the people that bro I fucking thought was just one of the greatest rappers alive. 06, 05, 06, 07. I'm like, bro, like Bout Cash fucking on Get Your Weight Up. I'm like, bro, like I said, we played it in our locker rooms. You know what I'm saying? So, talk about your connection to Houston, bro. How did you go from doing shit locally here in Austin to connecting with Houston?
That Set for Life show with Trey the Truth's album release party helped connect a lot of those like young artists. Like we're young at the time, right? It was Trey, Paul Walker in there. I think Magno was there, and then later on, I met Charlie Boy again through DJ Sense, and it was all the Freestyle Kings. I think they did a little show in Austin. And I think I just invited them out where I was DJing at, man. I think I was like, hey, man, come over here. I think it was an after-hour spot. Yeah. And they're like, okay. And they just would come and hang out. And I'd be like, what do y'all do tomorrow? I was like, oh, okay, y'all need to come by. Yeah. And so, like, I think I would even, like, I'll be like, let me take care of y'all drinks. Let me take care of y'all this. I just need to come by. And they're like, okay. And they're like, hey, man, this is DJ in Austin who's, like, buying his drinks and just being cool, getting his high. And,
the best ride. Like, alcohol is always the best
ride. Just bringing ladies around and just really nice, really hospitable guy.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's what I always try to be. And when I did that, like, some of the freestyles were some of the greatest things ever. They're like, man, I never rapped this good. Like, so thank you. And they're like, man, like, Charlie Boy would be like, I just need to do a whole project here because I can never, like, I just get creative here or just make it real comfortable. And I was like, yeah. So that's how I linked up really close with Magno and Charlie Boy for the first out-of-town artists that would record, like, all the time. Like, they would just feel real comfortable.
Got you.
And, yeah, some of those projects worked great. Like, some of those songs, they're almost like songs, man. You know what I mean?
Classics.
Yo, got you. Ugh. Yeah, man. The thing is with like Charlie Boy and just Freestyle Kings, that Houston shit, the whole freestyle aspect of Houston, right? Like I lived in Dallas for a little bit, so I was, like I said, I was more privy to DSR and shit, and like Big Tuck, Fat B, Tum Tum, all those guys. Like you've had Tum Tum on a few of your tapes, bro.
Yes.
I know you're not gonna say, and I don't want to pitch you against nobody, but freestyling wise, bro.
Who kills it?
Dallas or Houston?
It's not even a city. It's like...
It's an era?
It's like kind of whoever's hot at the moment. It's really like it's almost like who's the hottest like point guard right now.
Okay.
Devin Booker. Like, who is it? Like, you know, like
Dame Lillard.
So it's like kind of like who can got it, who's making the money, who can get the ring.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like something like that. So when the freestyle thing is completely different, right? There's some really good freestylists, man.
man.
And there's so many like good ones now that are just like on Instagram, like not even dropping records. It's just like really like amazing.
For the sake of it.
Or like those like what about those dudes that like go to the battle, like right?
Yeah.
Hip hop, rap, all that stuff has expanded in so many different branches.
It's international now. It's
so it's like freestyle.
Genre.
Like what exactly are we talking about? Like on a beat? Like
Fella, off the top, or is it written? It's like,
there's so many. I think everyone just brings something different to the table, man.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I think Toby eats anybody right now.
Okay.
Toby from Houston? Yeah. Him
Like,
and his wife just dropped a dope project too, I'll bet.
He'll like rap and make you think about your life and be like, you're right. I'm gonna start rapping. It's like,
and I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, I think he's so fucking dope, bro. Like, he's dope. The visuals are dope as fuck. I'm gonna walk out on the ledge here. I'm so sorry, man. But like, I haven't been able to like find something that I'm like banging in the whip. You feel me? Like,
yes.
You know what
I don't think he's that dude.
Exactly. And that's what I'm paying attention to now. You know what I mean?
You didn't think the song with him, Paul Wall was kind of banging the whip?
Anything he's done like with the legends, bro, hard as fuck.
Like Kiki, anything by himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like it's like the replay value. Like I get it for IG, I get it for YouTube, I get it for the optics.
But like, think of the platform. Okay, of like those guys like Kiki and Pokey and all those dudes that came. There was no Instagram.
Yeah.
The platform
was
the tape.
Out the trunk.
I need to sound really good on 212s in a Cadillac right now.
Yeah.
And those dudes did it.
Yeah.
Toby's like, I need to be really interesting on Instagram and have a purpose. And
Yeah.
I think that's what he's doing.
He's adapted to the time that
sense.
we're in now.
Yes. And so the platforms are different. So that's why I think it's like, it's kind of like who is the hottest right now that's riding the platform.
Got you.
I'm trying to find that element for the mixtape game, like DJ, who's like seriously, is it Twitch? Is it seriously Twitch?
Yeah.
Trying to find the right lane to get into.
Then I'm like,
hey, it may just be TikTok, bro. It just may be TikTok.
You never know.
Yeah, it might be just be on TikTok, or maybe it's just like, I don't know. Maybe there's a way mixes can come back through TikTok or something where it's just like, that's a cool mix.
Yeah.
And then they can't kick you out if you're like, these vocals are on top of this beat.
Hey, we've been working on a party show series to do through the network.
Coming
where
soon.
we could pull up at Chicano Park because I feel like that would be the perfect spot.
Okay.
Bring attention, promotion, and everybody knows you.
And the slabs.
Yes, of course. It's a must.
The bombas.
Barbecue.
Except the one.
Cook the food, get the drinks, take out a keg out there. You know, like people love free alcohol. That's how we got here. You know, so you know it's a theory in the works. So
Okay.
Is it shot time? Is it?
it is. Are
shot?
you down?
I think I'm cool in the shot.
Okay.
No, that's fine. Are you down just to do another quick scratch and mix?
Yeah. What do y'all want to hear some shit?
Yeah.
Fucking put us on if you have it. If you have exclusives, let us know. Come on.
Exclusive.
You wanna?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Got you.
Let's see what.
In production too.
Got you. Production.
Bucanas, not Buchanan's. Bucanas.
Yo. I'm doing half a shot. I'm not gonna lie to you. You want a full? Okay. Shout out Troy.
What do I want to hear?
You want it touching the top? You want one, bro?
He's into the top. He's into the top.
Yeah. So I wanted it to look like an infinity pool. Shit. I'm doing half a shot. Fuck that.
Y'all drinking for real?
Yeah. Oh man. Every episode, bro. Like I wasn't a drinker like this until I met Mario. Like for real.
That's what I like to do. It's what I'm good at. Okay.
And talking shit. No, I'm joking. Yo. We got some exclusive shit going on.
Man, I got a couple projects. So after we did a little studio in Houston, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, I'm dropping shit.
Good.
After I dropped I had a little studio in Houston. There was an artist from Austin I was messing with, Lil T.
Ooh, shout out Lil T.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
fuck with Lil T.
And so we dropped We dropped a mixtape album that was kind of a problem. And it was called Cody and Margaritas. I'm trying to drag the file in here. Oh, that's why. There we go.
Cody Margaritas.
Let's see.
That's hard.
South Austin.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bosnian.
Shout out. Yes, sir. Shout out Boz.
So the Cody Margaritas was him, me, and the Bosnian. So Lil T, Bosnian, and me.
Another codeine margarita, promethazine, my codeine margarita. On the codeine margarita, only codeine margaritas. Purple codeine margaritas, full of codeine margarita. High tech codeine margarita, love my codeine margarita. Need another codeine margarita, promethazine, my codeine margarita. Activated on the activator, pussy calling, I say that for later. She been dripping, I been kicking flavor. I can never be a hoe or hater. Lemon cushion cookies, I'm just flexing. I don't really give a fuck who tell it. Learn my lessons from a bunch of felons. If you break the code, they probably bust your melon. Ain't no telling, heavy sipping Texas, spill a bunch of lean, what a bloody blessing. Pull up clean, they know I'm that Mexican. Ain't no talking to the check collected. Got a 2-liter with a 6 up in it. Flip the cruiser, let it drip up.
So there you go, man. We're doing a couple little projects.
Sipping, I might need a new prescription. In the
We
kitchen, pulling drink out the freezer.
like the new stuff that we're doing is kind of catered to like the growth of the Latin American audience in the past like 15, 20 years.
Gotcha.
So I was always trying to like DJ and find mixtape, be like, oh, I like this, I like doing this, I like doing that. In the production side, I could never like really, I would always have to investigate the sample just because like my parents didn't listen to like Ron Isley and things like that. So I was like, this sounds dope. But what the
first
fuck
generation.
is what the hell are the Isley brothers before? Because I'm from the border, right? So we did not grow up with this stuff.
No,
So
I get that.
So I was always trying to investigate it. But like lately, especially been doing like the Malavida parties, filling in for my boy Ulavai. I've been making a shitload of beats with Mexican samples, and it's been like the most dope shit ever. And so I've been like kicking these like Doughman and a bunch of like other like just like dudes who's coming up who would like whose audience would appreciate the sample. I'm like, hey man, a lot of Mexican kids listen to your stuff. Listen, well, you drop this sample, they're like, oh, that's dope. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
And so I kind of got inspired by that by this artist from San Antonio named Rich Greedy. And Rich Greedy had like this one song called Essay Talk, and it had the song like had the sample of Que Calor in it.
Oh shit.
So I gotta play it for y'all.
Yeah.
All right,
Hit me.
That's
please.
funny enough. That song's been stuck in my head this whole week.
You gonna sing it?
Like I don't know, like
Sing it
it's
for
like,
me.
Que calor.
Hey.
Call up J Money Boy,
Ooh.
about to sip the drink. Swing through Marbach in a scuba diver tank. Water on my
San Antonio.
wrist, bitches, diamonds on
Wow.
my bracelet. I can fuck your
San Antonio's
baby
been going
mama,
hard.
hold on, big baby. I done came down with the chopper in the trunk. Shout out Lil Pump, but this ain't no Lil Pump. Might fuck the yellow bitch, I might fuck the red. Free my nigga AJ LaFleur from the feds. Live from the tone, bitch.
So this dude does like rapping like freestyle, like you might like it, because all his stuff sounds like a freestyle,
Hell yeah.
like everything.
Texas style.
Remember what was that dude from LA that did the same thing too? Remember?
To do freestyles?
He dropped songs, but it sound like freestyles. What's his name?
Larry June.
No,
Nah, not Larry June. Is he a current artist
He
or
came
old
out with
artist?
like Kendrick and all that.
Dom Kennedy?
Don Kennedy.
Yeah.
Don Kennedy, like
Yes, sir.
everything sounded like a freestyle.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you
damn,
right.
damn.
I
Like,
fuck with that. Who was that one more time? Whose artist did you
this
play?
Rich Greedy,
Rich Greedy from San Antonio.
I'm about my business in the kitchen.
and he got Peso on it.
I'm splashing and I'm dripping when I'm hopping out the Bentley. I got 100,000
So anyway, I'm dropping a project like Whut It Dew, but like Mexican American artists and some artists from Mexico, and it's just gonna be these Mexican samples on it.
Are you tapped in with any of the artists here in Austin?
Yes.
I got 2, man. Off top.
Yeah, I have a
Certified
few.
gonna be on
Oh,
one.
of course.
3 certified Vintage J.
Yeah,
YC,
you're tapping
man.
with Vintage
Who the
J.
other two? I gotta get. You said
Vintage J definitely is.
Yeah.
Him and I are working on some stuff, but Vintage
Okay.
J is definitely front runner from Rumberg, and is
Okay.
He's
YC.
young. Yeah.
5'3" in this bitch.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
all
sir.
day.
Yes, sir.
All day.
I would love to hear Vintage J and Rapid Ric.
Bro, YC on that.
Yes, YC2, Young Clean,
Young Clean,
Acting Bad.
Acting Bad music, man. Yo, that shit
play
sounds hard as fuck.
Play some Certified. Real quick.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Shout out
Okay.
the OG Certified.
So yeah, man. I think it's time to drop something like this. And I've been just sitting on all these beats for a long time with these samples. So it's cool. Just
Yeah.
this ain't my shit. This Certified shit.
Yeah,
but
this is
I'm
one of my
just
favorite
playing-
tracks. This is one of my favorite tracks. Yeah.
Y'all like that new one with he got with Peso?
With Peso?
Yeah, the
Talking
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 Turkey.
Talking
Yeah.
Turkey. That shit is hard.
Is there any artists in Austin that you like been tapped in with aside from the OGs and stuff like that? Like I don't know how like because I know you be moving around in Texas a lot. I don't know how like in Austin you are available to be into.
That's the thing, man. It's like sometimes I'm not available, and so sometimes like I think for a long time I missed a big wave of the young artists.
Yeah.
But I had my cousin was actually working a lot with Quinn NFN.
Okay.
A long time, so I was really tapped in. I was just trying to give him advice, like, hey, like, you should just get out of town. Like, you should just go to LA and New York.
And
Vegas
that's a
just-
point that we've been trying to make, especially with the last artist we had at Rawadi. Like, it's one of the like points that he made. Like, it's a lot easier to expand and blow up bigger when you start working outside of Texas. Because if you stay trying to focus on inner city stuff, it gets conflicting with the people you work with and the shit you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
I thought he was really big though, because he was the first one. Like I've been DJing like in Austin a long time, like look, like school dances, like stuff like that for a long time. Never have I ever heard them request a local artist until Quinn NFN.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Never like
And you know,
ever like the kids just like really like them.
not to sidetrack, but like there has been a topic that has been like in conversation with the local scene as of recent. Somebody, I think it was Mike Milano that had asked on Twitter where he was like, do you remember what his question was?
Which one?
He said something along the lines about like Austin artists are not like
Was it?
they're not up to the level that they're supposed to be because of the DJs that work 6th Street and the popular venues not spinning
They're
local
not
music.
spinning their
Ah,
music.
that's
Yeah.
stupid.
Can you put your input on that, like as far as like the difficulties and the issues with that?
Dear artists,
Let them know. This is what we're kicking off.
Dear
A
Austin
series. We're
artists.
kicking off a series right now. With
your
DJs and
song
artists.
being played on 6th Street doesn't mean really anything.
Yeah.
Get your song played on Bourbon Street. Get your song played in LA. Get your song played on Broadway. Get your song played in Miami. Get your song played in Atlanta. Like the markets, the world cares about those markets and their decisions more than what's happening on 6th Street. No one is like tapped into 6th Street. Like,
Everybody's
oh,
drunk.
Did you hear what they
Everybody's
played at the library today?
Nobody can remember.
Now
Nobody can remember.
this is how we're gonna push our mood.
And
Like,
then-
did you hear what DJ Echo played at Toulouse?
Exactly. People can't remember.
Did you hear that? Like they don't care. They care about those other markets I'm telling you
Yes.
about. So please focus on that and leave 6th Street alone to these tourists and people from Indeed or who the fuck are they coming in for.
Yeah.
That's what 6th Street's for.
Yeah.
It's
And
for these
then,
people from out of town. They're trying to party. There is some local spots. I'm not hating on the local spots. I'm not
Of course.
hating on supporting local artists. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you're
I
a
think
big
there's-
supporter of the local artists. You spun with local artists for a long time, so
Exactly, and I'm also, and to some local artists that think, oh, Rapid Ric didn't play my stuff. I'm also like a realist too, and I'm just like, hey man, this is not the time or place to play your stuff.
Yeah.
This is the time.
exactly.
Like,
And some of the responses that we received, and it goes along the lines of what you just said. Some people had said like, first of all, you have to make music that falls in line with the music that they play in popular clubs.
Yeah.
And secondly, you have to reach out to DJs and send their music. How do you feel about artists sending you their music, their audio or whatever?
it's like honestly now they don't have to, right? Like we just gotta know it's hot. Like oh damn, TikTok said this is the hottest
Shit,
thing
yeah.
it is, so I need to be playing. Like this girl said requested this or this like group of people. Like it's almost like there's other. They don't need the DJ. They need like fans. Like there's like they don't need
So
like
build their own fan base first.
just get your song hot, however
Yeah.
it might be, man. I don't know how. I don't know the formula. If
Yeah.
I would, I'd be like, hey, this is it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's
letting
so
you know.
it's so versatile nowadays that there's so many different ways.
Quinn, it's far the city. Like Quinn got himself hot nationally. I don't know how. Like there's like a lot of relationships he built to get on certain like playlists, and also his stuff was good and well produced. And didn't sound like anybody else. So like I think being
a lot
unique.
of that costs a lot of money too. That's what people don't realize. You got to spend a lot of amount of money for your music, marketing, production, everything. As far as making one song should cost so much, you know.
Yes, and then even when you make it, how much are you gonna spend to push it? Where it's like getting some traction. You know, I've heard like interviews from Young Dolph saying like I gotta spend like $500,000 to get a song hot.
Yeah.
That's from a guy who sells big bricks, dude. Yeah. It's like does not need to be making money or losing money in the music industry. Like, so, you know, it's different. Like I did for Chamillionaire. He's somewhat stepped away from the music industry because there's like
other venues.
Billions like on
Bitcoin or like whatever
Lyft
he does.
or whatever investment he's in. I think it's SpaceX now. So
was he ever talking about that type of stuff whenever y'all were like on
tour? That's all he was talking about.
No shit.
He was ahead of the game, bro.
When we're doing shows in Europe, we're riding dirty, and we're like being
like
single and bringing like party girls from Ireland into like the hotel. He was like, "I'm going to my room." Like Google wants to meet about this.
So he was focused on that shit, like tunnel vision,
laser focus, bro.
Wow.
Like he's just like not like any other artist either. Like any other artist.
He's always been ahead of his time.
Yeah.
I always talk about like, okay, this is like, because I DJed for a little bit for Slim Thug and DJed a little bit for Chamillionaire. Slim Thug after the concert, completely different than Chamillionaire after the concert. Yeah. Like, I was like, hey, there's a party. Vita Guerra's coming. Like, we're just like, or like some crazy supermodel, some NBA star, and we're gonna go over here. Like, oh wow. Like, and then Chamillionaire's like, I'm gonna go to my room. It's like, y'all good, right? Yeah. It was like, why don't we go to the after party? Is that Tom Cruise over there? He's like, they ain't paying us. We ain't going. Yeah. Like, he's just always laser focused
that
on
mentality
money,
he had.
Never about fame, never about like.
That's awesome.
Like he'd put on a good show, right? Like he'd come out and do like, you know, perform, get people
because he's getting paid for it. Like
yes, he does a good job. But then after that, he just be like, all right, I'm
done. Shows the job's
I'm gonna be on the computer all day figuring out how to like make my bank account grow.
Do you still keep in contact with Chamillionaire?
Yeah. He had a show with 50 Cent in San Antonio, and I was like, hey, do you need a DJ, bro? Because people keep hitting me up. He's like, nah, but he did ask me to get some tracks ready for him. But he's got a show in Austin coming for Bat Fest.
Oh wow!
So we'll be doing that. That's
you're spinning that?
Yeah, and I think that's the first show he's doing it.
When's this? Because I have to be there. Yeah. When's this?
We're like super big Chamillionaire.
I've never
fans,
seen
so Chamillionaire in the fall.
Okay,
I've never seen Chamillionaire in concert. That's
bro.
I
may drop a tear, bro. Like for real.
It'll be August or September, and it'll be coming up, man.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Maybe October. Whenever the Bat Fest is. Yeah. I know they close it because of COVID, so whenever they open back up.
So just to kind of stay on Chamillionaire, right? Because like I said, we're huge fans. Like, I it was one of our previous guests. I was telling just like how I would argue with people. Either it was Zero or Wayne, but my main argument was Zero or Chamillionaire, because I was more so of the like, okay, so like I'm from Rumberg, you know, it's a tough area, you know what I'm saying, and jumped off the porch early, you feel me? But my mom didn't want us around that environment, right? So that's why I told you we moved Westview, Conley, we went north. Yeah. And bro, people used to I feel people used to sleep on Chamillionaire so fucking bad, bro, to the point where it was like, do I gotta fucking, you know, freestyle or rap over every fucking beat to show you that I'm that guy? Like, bro, Mixtape Messiah changed my fucking life, bro. Like, with hearing him go in on fucking Mike Jones at every fucking track changed my fucking life and perspective on just rap in general, bro.
Was it ever awkward whenever your artists like that you work with got into it? You couldn't choose to not speak on this, but
he was really calm and cool with everybody.
Yeah.
Bro. He was like, and I think the biggest beef was that Paul Walker Commander beef when they didn't talk for a long time.
Yeah.
But even then, like, they knew each other. Like, they knew each other since like,
personal
middle school.
level. Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm mad at my homeboy. I don't have anything to get in the middle of that shit.
Like, you're like, I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna step away.
Like, unless I was with you at the lunch table, like I'm gonna stay out of this shit. And I was cool with both of them, and they were both very cordial. But I would never be like, hey, you want to get on the song to get? I would never,
never try to intrude or get into
like
that.
Where did you and Cam meet?
At that
the Trey show.
At that Trey show.
Trey show.
Set for Life Trey show.
Damn, man. And just off the bat, did he? Did
and it was back when it was Paul and Commander together.
Yeah,
that's when I met them. When
they
were both,
click, baby.
Yes, Young Ro, everyone. When it was them,
all Zog, 2020.
They were all there, bro.
Wow.
So I met them when it was all them, and they were cool.
That's what's
This is the origin story.
Hey, I heard you say Razak, bro. Hey,
Razak.
Young Ro.
Pinky Ring Interlude by Razak, bro, is one of the hardest tracks to this
whole-
day.
Whatever
bro.
happened to Razak? Does he still make music?
Nah, I think he's just living in Houston.
Yeah, he's just doing
like
his
Camille's
own thing.
got 2 other brothers, and they all look almost identical to him, bro.
Yo,
They
wow.
look like I mean, not exactly, but they all look like, damn, like, you know how you got a brother, like,
Yeah.
a set of brothers, it's like,
Oh,
they
y'all
all-
are related.
yeah, exactly. And
So of course, you were Cam's tour DJ.
I was.
So you've been everywhere with him.
Yeah.
That was a lucky gig.
I remember watching that shit like in person, like whenever that was happening, because it was like in what is it, 2010s, right? When that happened.
2005, bro. Like right after Whut It Dew. So it was. He had OG Ron C for a long time.
Yeah, like in the
and
Middle
then-
East and like everywhere, bro.
And then there was a falling out between them. Matt Sanzala had me plugged in DJing for Devin the Dude, like in Norway.
Oh shit.
Shout out Matt Sanzala.
Yeah, shut up. And then I was already like, he had me for a couple of gigs in Europe because just from the Whut It Dew mixtapes were so big. So I was doing a little like touring out there, and I had a passport. And then Camille's like, man, none of these DJs got a passport. You got a passport?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, I'm in Amsterdam right now. What's up? He's like, man, I need a DJ next week for like, we're doing Canada. We start in Vancouver, and we're gonna go
shit.
like Vancouver's the West Coast. We're gonna go all the way to Toronto. We're doing all the dates in between. Can you do it? And I go, yes. He's like, I was like, yeah, of course, sure, no problem. And he's like, okay. And it was, I just flew. I think I got back, was in Austin for a day, and then flew like straight to Vancouver. And it was the best. Oh my God. The
That was-
Canadian tour,
That was your first tour?
the first, like,
International.
before that, I did
No,
a Devin Dude show in Norway. It was one festival.
Got you.
And then after that, it was that was my first tour, and it was all Canada. And it was right when Turn It Up was crazy, right
Yeah.
when Riding Dirty was like the biggest #1 song in the world.
His album
Number
when he
one
first
ringtone.
came.
Sounds of Revenge.
It was the greatest
man.
gig ever.
Oh my goodness.
And like, bro, like it was just great because the
It was the
Canadian
Sound of Revenge era.
trees,
Yeah. Yeah.
Canadian trees, you
Yeah.
know,
It's different.
Yeah.
Canadian trees, like it's just the most amazing thing, man. So all those cities, all those people I met were like the coolest.
This was before all this shit was legal everywhere too. So.
Oh yeah, it was. Really,
That's
so
awesome.
It was just they were so kind, like for real, man. It was
Wow.
just great.
Was it how did they receive like Cam, him being from like down south? I know, of course, the singles were big and shit, but like, of course, he's performing other tracks.
They were like, his song was so big, they didn't even think he was down south, bro. They were thinking he was like, oh, it's Chamillionaire. And
He's just
like,
he's
he got the
American.
biggest song, and it's Riding Dirty. And it's like,
He's
they see me
American.
rolling. Like, they were just all of it, like just crazy on that. But I think it was the first kind of like, it's kind of like weird, right? Because it's kind of like, he's kind of like an underground band that like a lot of people have heard of. You're like, oh yeah, I've heard this dude. What's up with like, with just like you got to have that hit song
Yeah.
to go worldwide. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what's that one catchy ass thing that everyone in the mom's gonna just get stuck in their head, and you attach your face to it.
Yeah.
And that's what that was. Like that Riding Dirty did it. Riding Dirty UGK song, UGK album, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
It was homage.
Yeah.
I was tripping out one day, like I was just like, he just told me like one time we did a show and it was my birthday and he like paid me like $5,000, and I was like, dude, I just DJ'd like 12 songs on Serato for like 45 minutes. You gave me $5,000. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to know something crazier? Pimp C created the word Riding Dirty, and they just paid me $100,000 to do this show. And I was like,
Wow.
you're right.
Wow, you got me beat.
I was like, you're right. He's like,
got
so
me beat.
I'm gonna give you $5,000 for your birthday. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
That's what's up, man.
Wow.
That's what's up, bro. That's fucking.
Oh my god.
That is fucking crazy, bro. That is crazy. Yeah, man. Bro, Chamillionaire, he's just different to me, man. When it comes to just musically, man.
He's always been ahead of his time.
And he's always been real cool with like Pimp C, like when he was alive, and has taken care of his like family. Like I know,
That's
financially,
that's
like,
beautiful.
A
That's
lot
beautiful.
of stuff just from that principle.
Yeah.
Just like, hey man, that Riding Dirty, I didn't make that up. Like
He pays.
GK
He acknowledges where it comes from.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time.
Did you get close to any other like Texas artists like you were? With
I was
Cam?
really close to Bun, bro.
Okay.
Like really, like all his features, he would come record in Houston, like all the time. And then I passed that baton, like my boy Track Sounds. He was like a young producer
Shout
at
out
the
Track
time.
Sounds.
But now he's like a really big producer. But like passed that baton, and like Bun was recording with him for a little bit. But we got real close. Like there is a song called UGK on a Drake album, and Bun came with like some members of Rap A Lot, and they're like, "Should I do this record?" And I go, "What's?" He's like, "He wants you to talk all this," and like he didn't do the record, but he was just like, it was Pimp C just died, and he was like, I just feel like
it was a touchy subject.
I feel like he's using UGK too much on the song or something like that, and I would just feel honored that he'd come and ask me, little
crazy
border town Mexican dude, for an opinion on that.
You may, I don't know how much you realize this or not, but you're a staple in Texas history music,
for
bro.
real.
Like,
Seriously.
if we're able to have a museum for Texas history rap, because
for real, bro,
you're gonna be on that shit, bro.
So
like,
he asked me, he's like, "What do you think?" He's like, "I think he's asking too much." I was like, "Man, I think you should do it." I was just like, I was trying to get the album credit, but I was like, "Nah, if you don't," I go, "If you don't feel right about it and you just said all the things you said, then don't do it." But who cares? Like, I go, there's like little 14-year-old girls who buy Drake albums who don't even know about that stuff.
Yep.
And
they don't understand the
your
history
verse
behind
might
it.
impress them. And so I was always on that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I feel you if he's like overstepping his homage and calling everything UGK. I get it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you allowing me to be in the room to ask this. I appreciated like Paul and Chamillionaire when they did like the tour together. Hey man, what songs do you think we should do? And I was like,
oh shit.
Whoa.
I was like, yeah, let me tell you.
Wow.
Like, got real creative there.
Yeah.
So just a bunch of like things of being like allowed to make decisions on. I was really happy and very appreciative.
Okay. So just keeping it in music, bro. What It Do click, man. You talked about the Whut It Dew reunion. Is everybody from the Whut It Dew click on board for this?
I hope so. Is July 10th, right?
Right now?
Nah.
Or when?
When is that?
You talking about right now?
No,
You talking about
the date of the event.
I want to say it's sometime in July. Sometime.
So
in
it was July 10th. Yeah, man, I'm
I'm gonna go to the restroom real
you
quick.
gotta remember.
Yeah.
Make beat. We do a little beats, do a little studio, but
Okay.
I'm a DJ too, so I'm
Yeah.
booked up.
Yeah.
So I'm free July 10th
Okay.
at the moment, but I do want to show support, and it's Rhino's birthday. I haven't seen him forever, and he's got like kids and stuff. So of course I gotta come by.
That would be fucking insane, bro. If like I don't know, if, are all of them still like cool? Do you know?
Yeah, we're all cool, but like when you get older, you get kids, you just drift further away, just like you do with your family and stuff like that. So something like that. I think the most time we conversate is when we comment on each other's like pictures of our kids on Facebook. We're like, oh my God, David's huge. He's at prom already. Oh my God, like shit, like he's at the state like basketball championship. Like I used to hold this baby in my hands.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how we communicate a little bit more than anything. We're just kind of like amazed, like our kids are huge, and then that's it. Like, and they're in town doing a show, or like they need features. I'll tweet out or we'd like message out people.
Did you get them all together? I know that, of course, they were regulars on mixtapes.
I think they were. Charlie Boy and Magno, I think, had been acquainted a little bit. Now, I will say, like, probably from us dropping mixtapes, hanging out, like the relationships grew just like mine did with them.
Got you.
I got to know like. It's crazy though too, because even like Charlie Boy and I had a lot in common because we weren't from Houston, but yes, we had like a lot of like ties and like, just like fans that lived in Houston. And so even though like a lot of people didn't accept us on the city level, we were able to have somewhat of an impact as outsiders.
Got you.
And so even though Rhino and Magno are from Houston, like they just like were able to kind of like bounce around different areas of their city too.
Got you.
So it was unique relationships on everything. And then Magno was already like on like DJ Clue mixtapes, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he was just
Desert Storm and shit, right?
Desert Storm was just like on just doing stuff outside of Texas in general, which I thought was amazing. One time I had a DJ gig in New York or something, like we did something at the Source or something. We did like a party there, and then Magno was like recording something with Desert Storm, and he was like, "I'm in Harlem, we're at this club," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
We went up there, like me and my boy Axel, like two Mexican dudes, and stuff, like just going to Harlem at 3 a.m. We're like, "Yo, Magno, please come to the door. Like, and sure enough, like they let, Desert Storm, these are all my people, and they let us in. And we took care of us. Like, it was great. And we're like, this is amazing. So they took care of us. Like, it was just great. Just and he got all that through networking and stuff like that. And so then the DJ Storm in Houston was like Clue's cousin, and just that relationship. I got a DJ at a club like 3 years ago. Drake did a show, and I opened up, and then DJ Clue was there, and then DJ Storm was there, and I was like, hey, we all knew each other from Magno days, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool. Like a lot of those relationships are still there.
That's dope. That's dope as hell, man. Do you have like somebody favorite that you've opened up for or been on the same bill as?
It was Slim Thug. It was he didn't have a DJ at the time, and he didn't have the show CD wasn't working. And so he had to get someone to go get the show CD and bring it back. And he's like, man, like they're paying me, so like, can you DJ like a set? Like you're my DJ until the CD. I was like, yeah, I'll play like Southside, all this stuff. But the billing was this. It was me, Slim Thug, but I guess I did like the first 15 minutes. And then Slim Thug, then Kanye West.
Oh shit.
And then Depeche Mode. Like in that order.
Damn.
And it was in like Norway. It was like we were like Norway. I've been in Norway like 14 times, yo. Like they love Texas music over there. So like,
Slav as fuck.
Damn.
So when we that was the best lineup. And I was like, how? And it was just kind of like on this Lollapalooza thing, but they're also like a fairly new country doing these festivals, and so you're like, what? How are we all the same lineup? But Slim was kind of the biggest thing at the moment too.
Is this like right after the Star Trek?
Like just right during it.
Okay.
Like, like a boss and all that stuff. So
Man.
it was like really big for him too. So, that was a crazy lineup. And then just being backstage with Kanye, like Kanye would like do part of his set, and then I had new DJ A-Track who was his DJ at the time. And so we're like, I go, this is crazy, dude. Like, and then he would go perform. Kanye would come backstage, and like me and Slim Thug were just chilling. He's like, and then Kanye would be like, it's crazy, right? And he's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Just realize where you're at.
That's real crazy, bro.
Yeah,
like,
Kanye.
But like, it's like it was an interlude part where he has like singers and like ballerinas like doing things.
Stepped away.
You're like, oh wow, that's pretty dope. You could like step away, have a drink of water for like 5
What year
minutes.
was this at?
This is like 06, 07.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You low-key starstruck a little bit? At the time, it's Kanye, but it wasn't Kanye to what he is.
Full
It
extent.
was Jesus Walks Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was Jesus Walks Kanye.
Okay.
And like Through the Wire Kanye, like super new.
Beginning fresh Kanye.
Man. Yo.
The earliest Kanye.
That's long as fuck. What's your worst show you never had, man?
Worst show?
Yeah.
All the time.
What?
Seriously?
There's all the time. Yeah, we get booked for like these sports bars or something. They're like empty or something. Like, and you're always like, what the hell am I doing here with no people in here? So like, shout out to all the DJs who like DJ when it's not packed.
Yeah.
It happens. So you know what? Even for me, like sometimes you just say like, oh, there's no one here.
I guess
it's okay.
Going off of that, is there any advice you give out to any up and coming DJs that are like trying to get into like the scene and like get everywhere? I mean, to the point that you've been at, because you've reached some heights that like are fucking out of the world for me.
Yeah, shit. I guess I would say something my uncle used to say is like, whatever you do, try to do a good job.
Yeah.
Because someone's watching all the time. So just like, even when it's like 5 people in the club, or even when you're doing a mix, you think no one's gonna hear it, do a good job because you don't know who's gonna hear it. I used to put hours into those mixtapes, man. Like just try to get those. Oh, I didn't do that mix right. Oh, let's scratch this off. All this because I want it to be memorable for you in your locker room or you in your car or like someone on the way out of town.
The experience.
Like,
it's a whole experience.
I can't even tell you how many of my fans, man, are like soldiers. Remember Afghanistan wartime when these mixtapes were popping off. This is what they would listen to like 14 hours a day where they're going to raids or I don't know what the heck they're doing, like in tanks all day.
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of my fans were like from that and even the community ones too. So even when we did like these USO tours, like we did like tours for the soldiers, they would be like so appreciative.
Wow.
Were you ever like in the Middle East? Like
we stayed at Saddam's palace, bro.
Shut the fuck
I remember y'all
Camp Victory.
Are you serious?
Yes. Hit golf balls right off where he used to be. They showed us like the little meeting room where like our like Tomahawk missiles just like
that is
demolished them.
Wow.
They caught them all in one meeting, just That's what they all were. That's what they all were.
That is live.
Yeah.
Shout out to the military, man.
Shout out to all the military and just like that's all I could. My advice to DJs is like, man, you don't know who's listening, so just whatever you record, whatever you mix, wherever you show up to DJ, whatever you do a good job. You don't know who's listening. You don't know how it might be on record for a long time.
And that's dope that you even say that, bro, because a lot of like, you know, when you get a certain status, right, like just any type of elevation progression, right, they don't want to give up the sauce or they don't want to help the next man or the up and comers. So it's actually dope to see you actually. Say like if somebody wanted to DJ though, have you ever like gave like a little class or some shit? Like ever like taught somebody?
We used to work at like Dub Academy, right?
Okay.
And that's kind of like where it's still around. Y'all can go get DJ
Shout
lessons
out
all the time.
Mario. Is it Mario, right? Does it? I think it's Mario, the DJ that runs that.
La-di-da
Yeah,
was
La-di-da.
there. I think Buck Rogers and I think Grip are there. And they got a couple other
Shout out
folks.
Grip,
I haven't been that in a minute.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, at the east side, I think.
there's a couple people who can show you how to DJ. You have a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube.
Like everything's on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
everything. You want to know how to do anything, it's all on there. We can always show you. But really, when it comes to really DJing, the mixing stuff, all that stuff's kind of out the window now. It's just like, really, can you read the crowd's mind on what they would want to like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you have to
you're
read
kind of
the-
like a human playlist, but you already
Catch
like,
the environment,
you're
read the vibes of the
a
room.
step ahead,
Yeah.
and you're a step ahead, and you're a step ahead.
And it's pretty rare too, because not a lot of people do like live mixing nowadays the way that you do. Because you still do that, like the live mixing and.
I
scratching.
DJ and scratch and mix, but like these young people, like I do after hours in Houston, and we play like Push Icy and all that stuff. It's like they don't care about the mix, bro.
Nah, they just want to hear the music.
There's
and
some
cut.
that like there's some mixes you can do where it's kind of live, like it's part of a future song, like beat, and you can kind of like drop stuff in. You can do something like that, but for the most part, it's just like, damn, I didn't even know he was gonna drop that song. Oh, damn, and now I'm screaming it, and like it's kind of like you're catching them off guard. It's weird. It's like the mixing is like you're giving too much hints. So now it's just like you gotta be like, damn, I didn't know you, man, he just dropped this, man. So that's to me the culture I read now is like you kind of like surprise sneaking them attack.
Yeah.
It's like gems.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
like-
Okay. With you being a DJ, bro, do you kind of just listen to everything, or do you?
Yeah.
What does Rapid Ric listen to, bro?
Everything.
Everything.
I always did before too. Even when I was just doing the rap mixtapes, I'd listen to everything. So I own a private like event company where we do weddings, right? And sometimes we do parties or events, and when we meet with those clients, we're like, "Yo, share us your Spotify playlist. Share us this," and we would just like, you'd be surprised. I'm always surprised what they put on there.
Yeah.
Because like if it's like the basic stuff, like okay, I already know what you want to hear, but you're like, damn, okay, what is this weird McFarlane? Like I don't know, like weird names of bands or weird things. I'm like, I always like doing that. So I like listening to everything. I like doing private events for people, and them giving me knowledge on things I don't know about.
Yeah.
I like listening to different mixes on Mixcloud or the DJ City ones. I like just going through, like, I love Spotify too, and I like having like all these different services because I could just jump through and be like, oh, Spotify's dope because it's got like this playlist thing or this radio thing. You really like fucking one song is gonna give you another song kind of like that, like Netflix does. So it's like really cool. I don't know. I just jump into a bunch of stuff, man, and like I've been doing it a long time. That I'm able to play different things. Like even when I go to Houston to spin. They want some house. They want like a little, like hard rap stuff, new rap stuff.
So you're able to adapt to any style.
Anything. The open format stuff is dope for like, especially DJs my age and other DJs who I've known for a long time in other markets like Vegas, LA, Philly, who are still DJing. They're on the same level as me. It's like, oh yeah, I can do all the Migos stuff too, and I can do like this and that. So just being able to do different things.
Is there any
situation?
Any DJs that you've looked up to throughout your career as far as like the whole scratching and mixing? Because I guess one of my other personal favorites, aside from you, was R.I.P. DJ AM.
Yeah.
He would get down.
So, yeah, the best dude, right? For sure. And then he was like inventing stuff with Serato, like to make things loose.
Dude. His
He
shit
was
was
taking
crazy.
it
His
another
shit was
level.
crazy, bro.
And he was like kind of like another one of those like record store heads, right? Where you would just know real good records. Like you can tell, like, damn, this dude knows
taste of music.
the taste of like just really good taste and know when to get in and get out of stuff. I was all about that. I would try to create mixtapes. Like Whut It Dew is like that. Just it's part of this song, part of that. Jump in, jump like that. And then he was just doing it live, which is dope. Like live. Like I would record mixtapes of this, and it would take me like a week or two, and he would just hit the cue buttons, and he would like.
He studied this shit. Like he was like he knew his shit.
He knew like how to like with the cues and the loops and all that stuff, and how to mess with it, where like do it live.
Yeah.
Amazing. But yeah, he's Z Trip. Right, all the dudes playing in Vegas right now. 5, right? Like, you name them, man. There's the ones still seen, like all the dudes who's still out there. Vice.
And you work with Tosin a lot too, right? Because y'all have had some pretty dope projects. What was it, the Devil's Cove? Y'all did that project. That project was dope.
Damn, yeah, I was just dropping mixtapes. Like,
You had to think about it.
He was like, damn, bro. I was really working.
I had like Waka Flocka, like No Hands or something.
Yeah.
I remember that mixtape. Like,
Yo.
say you need trash.
Need to get in?
Can you give it to him just on?
Yeah, can you go ahead and let them in?
Here, just give him this bag, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Is that real?
I forget we stay here too late to where like they come and clean the studio.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to mess up no one's job,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
He seems cool. He's like, yo, I just need that bag.
Yeah. Right. He's like, I'm just trying to work.
We're good. There's another one here.
Gracias.
Good.
Yeah, there's a bag. I'll put it in.
Not gonna lie, this Buchanan's on my ass.
Shit, kids.
Bro, y'all killed that bottle.
Are you trying to take one last shot or are you still good?
I gotta drive home, man.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
crazy, yo.
Hey, drink and drive. Don't drink it. I'm sorry. Don't drink and drive.
Drink responsibly.
Is what I meant to say. Is what I meant to say.
Clearly, he's drunk, right?
Can you do a one last scratch and mix before we finish off the show? Will we take this last shot?
Yo, shout out Rapid Ric, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like I
The
said,
Mixtape
man,
Mechanic. Thank you so much
like-
for coming in and sitting out with us.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for inviting me, yo.
Bro, I believe in giving flowers, bro, to like anybody who's pushed the Texas music culture forward, bro. Who's lent hands, who's gave people opportunities, bro, and you're definitely one of those guys, man. So, bro, blessings, man, for real, bro. Like I said, I remember listening to you as a youngster, bro. So like this is a special interview to me, bro. Like real talk, bro.
Thanks, man.
For real.
All right. Appreciate y'all letting me come over here and scratch a little bit. I can't fuck with this like I do my turntables at home, but I thought I could do a little something. Yo, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
For real, bro. Yo.
So I know I didn't tell you before we even started, but the way we like to end off the show, we like to end it off on a positive note.
Okay.
Which means we each take a turn and put out some positive vibes, something good, something positive that's happening to your life, something positive you want to put out into the world that the audience could take with them and stride and just,
Hey, y'all, if you're having a bad ass like year or week or month or just like shit ain't going your way, it's going to pass.
Man.
Don't worry about it. It's going to
Todo
be
pasa,
all right.
Todo pasa.
It all happens to everybody, so it's going to pass. You'll be all right. That's all I can put out to the world.
Man.
I love it.
Take this one? Mine is give people their flowers while they are here, bro. If you appreciate somebody, if you're a fan of somebody, don't be afraid to let them people know, man, whether it's on social media, in person, or whatever, bro. Like I said, like I've seen you plenty of times on 6, you know, at events, whatever, and I've never spoke to you before, bro. But like today, yo, you played a very big part in me growing up, me discovering Texas music, me finding out how dope and important DJs were, pushing a brand, bro. So hats off to you, bro.
Thank
And
you
I
for my
appreciate you,
flowers.
man.
I
For
appreciate
real, man.
The Mixtape Mechanic deserves all the flowers.
That's
as
for
far
real,
as
bro.
Texas rap history, and that's one of the highlights that I like to try to pinpoint on this show because I grew up on Texas. Like the first genre that I listened to outside of, because I was first generation born, so I didn't learn English till I was like third, fourth grade or whatever. So the first genre I listened to was like hip hop, but I was first into Texas rap, and you are like a huge reason why I got introduced to Austin rap. Which fucking blew my mind when I got introduced. I was like, oh shit, there's people rapping in our neighborhoods, our city, whatever. You know, like it was a huge thing. You know, like you heard it mentioned in hooks on the radio stations or whatever, but never in the actual verses and shit like that. So it was dope. Shit. I guess my positive note is just don't ever hesitate on the idea that you have. You may feel like people are gonna doubt it or hate it or not like it. If you see the full vision and you understand it, fucking go through it all the way. Man. Don't stop for anybody else. Just it is what it is, you know.
It is what it is, man.
All right, man. Let's end it with some old ass Chamillionaire.
Let's do it, brother.
Down, boy. This Chameleon. Got a few words to say on behalf of that social house. Huh? What? Look.
Texas.
You a hot girl, if not girl, can't be touching my hot spot, girl. I can't be all up in that cock, girl. I'm running with Michael Watts, girl. This is our world, but you can't tell. Just look at the ice in my Benzel. My bread is green, but it ain't stale. TV's in a 600 V12 while it be swell, and I'm slugged up. The chameleon be tatted and thugged up. My money be getting all jealous. You gotta move, I can't be hugged up. They bugged up. Selective sounds, the feds is some baller blocking. Watch us, they knock us, cause we riding in candy red droppers on chopper. You love that. I see your big ass and I love that. Like Juvenile, back that ass up in my direction and let me rub that. Switch your house,
Some bars for you.
Oh my
Go get you some Switcher House socks. Go get you some new shoes. Put Switcher House on top of your Reeboks.
Y'all killed the whole
If
bottle.
you're trying to get rich, go on get
What
some
we do,
Switcher
bro.
House
It's what we
socks.
do,
If
man.
it ain't platinum or gold, then it ain't come from that Michael
Watts,
Watts.
Hey. All right, appreciate y'all having me out here, man.
Man,
Hey.
that's love, bro.
Till next time.
For real, man.
I am Mario from the South Side,
Hey, it's your boy Neighborhood Nick, man.
and we are here with
Rapid Ric,
the
Mixtape Mechanic.
Mechanic.
The
Yeah,
legend,
sir.
bro. The legend, man.
All right, y'all. Catch y'all later.
We're out.